good, YouTube? This is your boy, Aaron.
It's Brian.
This is the Courtside View Podcast, and we are back today to discuss NFL playoffs. We're also going to get to the QB tier list, and we're going to get to many, many more things. But I want to start off with the QB tier list, and then we're going to transition to the NFL playoffs.
Okay.
So it's been a minute since we've given our last QB tier list. We're at the end of the regular season, so I feel like just how we did it the last year, we're going to do the same thing where we're going to give an update on just everything that has transpired from the NFL with the QBs and stuff, and we'll give you a legitimate update on our QB rankings as of right now. So I'll start it off right now, and then I'll turn it on to Brian for his QB tier list. Let me get it right now. All right, so same thing I did the last time where I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tiers. And the worst of them all is He Stinks. You have small sample size, which pretty much means that the QBs haven't played much, so I can't really give a judge on how exactly good they are because they have a small sample size. Bad but not the worst. Mid. He aight. He's a dude. He's him. So, without further ado, let's get it going. All right. He Stinks. I have Joe Flacco. I have Daniel Jones. I have Will Levis. I have Aiden O'Connell. And last but not least, this quarterback has just plummeted so much since the last time we done our QB tier list. And I'm talking about Kirk Cousins.
Man.
Bad but not the worst. I have Derek Carr. I have Trevor Lawrence, and I have Anthony Richardson. Let's get to mid. A bunch of QBs are in mid. It used to be a lot of QBs are on he aight, but after what I've seen the past 6, 7, 8 weeks, it's a bunch of dudes that have just been disappointing or just been Brock Purdy is on mid. Caleb Williams, C.J. Stroud, Drake May, Justin Fields, Geno Smith, Dak Prescott, Tua, Russell Wilson, Aaron Rodgers, Bryce Young, and Kyler Murray. All are on mid. He aight. I still have Patrick Mahomes. I have Jordan Love. I have Matthew Stafford. I have Justin Herbert. I have Jalen Hurts. I have Bo Nix. He's a dude. More people on he's a dude now. I have Jared Goff. I have Sam Darnold. I have Baker Mayfield. And I have Jaden Daniels. He's him. Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen. That is my QB tier list. I will give it to Brian now.
Okay. We definitely have some movement on my end of the list. Like we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have 7 tiers just like Aaron has. First tier, self-explanatory, is the S tier. Those are the elite of the league. A tier, which is the guys that you could put probably in the 6 to 10 range. Actually messed up. Here we go. B tier, those are like the 10 to 15, 10 to 20 type guys. Hot and cold are dudes. Like Aaron said, they pretty much been underperforming. They'll have a good game here, and then other games you'll be like, what is going on? Put the fries in the bag is the worst tier, which means you shouldn't even be playing QB in this league at this point. Not enough reps, self-explanatory, and hasn't played /injury, also self-explanatory. We're going to start from the bottom up. Put the fries in the bag tier. We're going to go Daniel Jones, Kirk Cousins. Shame what happened to that boy. Aiden O'Connell, Deshaun Watson, towards Achilles again, by the way. Anthony Richardson, Joe Flacco, Will Levis, and Tommy DeVito. Hot and cold tier, we have Derek Carr, Trevor Lawrence, Geno Smith, Drake May, Justin Fields, Caleb Williams, Aaron Rodgers, and Michael Penix. Now, I was debating on putting Penix in the not enough reps tier, but 3 games, he played pretty solid in those games too. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. B tier, we have Jordan Love, C.J. Stroud, Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, Dak, Kyler, Bryce Young, Tua, Russell Wilson, and Bo Nix. A tier, these are the dudes that you can put in the top 10 and you really wouldn't get no pushback from me for this season. Jared Goff, Matt Stafford, Justin Herbert, Baker Mayfield, Jaden Daniels, and Sam Darnold. Now, S tier, you know the QBs I left off, but I'm going to still go through them anyway. S tier is the top 5 dudes in the league, or the top 4 dudes in this case. Pat Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, MVP Lamar, by the way, but anywho, Joe Burrow, and Josh Allen. And that's the tier list.
I feel like C.J. Stroud should be on hot and cold.
I would have put him there, but consider his circumstances, like
Play calling,
and offensive
O-line.
line.
So you're looking at it from, well, he's a victim of his circumstance.
Yeah.
But then you could also say, well, some of his, like that
He definitely has some
that Christmas
bad
Day game,
performances,
that Christmas Day game, it wasn't just the play calling that was bad. It was him. He was missing throws.
That is true.
I mean,
I'm giving some dudes the benefit of that. I wanted to put Kyler in hot and cold.
okay. Well, I think to some degree, I think I put him on mid-tier. I was going back and forth with CJ if I should put him on bad but not the worst. But then I looked at it, well, if I have Drake May at mid-tier, I have to have him on mid-tier. And if I have Caleb Williams on mid-tier, I have to have CJ Stroud on mid-tier, because I don't think they're the way that they played this year should be better than what CJ Stroud played this year. I feel like they're all in the same sort of category. So I went back and forth. I was like, I'll just put him on mid-tier. I feel like that's where he belongs. He had a mid-season.
Yeah.
It wasn't good. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It wasn't awful, but it wasn't spectacular. And I feel like if you want to put him on B tier, that's fine. I just think the way that he's played this year is more of a hot and cold type of season for me, just going off of the way that you labeled the tiers. That's just what I looked at.
That's fair.
I understand your Mahomes bias, so you're never going to leave Mahomes off of that S tier. I understand, his greatness, and he has been playing a lot better as of late. I still have him a notch below like the Sams, the Sam Darnolds, the other guys, because I just think they have been playing on a level that's close to MVP level, and then you have the MVP caliber players that have been playing on an MVP level, the Lamars, the Joe Burrows, the Josh Allens. So that's how I really looked at it. I'm looking at it from how you play this year. Have you been playing close to an MVP level? Have you been playing on an MVP level? And so on. So I just think Mahomes, he has been playing really good. It's just, I still won't forget all the other games that he has played and how mediocre he's been and how underwhelming he's been. He's been all right.
That's fair.
I just look at it like he's been all right. He hasn't been great, but he's been all right, which is nothing wrong.
In a down year, he's still
got like 28 touchdowns?
26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions.
I mean, it's not bad. He's been all right. It's not a bad season.
No, not at all.
It's not the caliber of what we've normally seen from him, but he's been all right. He could always turn it around. I mean, he doesn't have the greatest weapons in the world, but he's been all right. So I'm not mad at it. I think my list was okay as well. But yeah, that is our QB tier list for the end of the regular season, for the 2024 season. We'll give our QB tier list after the Super Bowl, and then that'll be that until the next season rolls around.
Yep.
When we'll give our preseason QB tier list. All right.
Just let me be me.